Welcome back to Wonderful Videos. I'm Rylan and today we're going to take a look at the scariest monsters you'll see in the Silent Hill franchise for decades. The survival horror genre has been a mainstay in the video game business. Resident Evil and Dead Space are two franchises that have chilled players to the bone and given them many restless nights. But Silent Hill is the only series that stands out as the most disturbing and cruel of all. Silent Hill contains some of the most whom you will ever meet. They are literally beings from your nightmares that come true. Fits well with how much of the game's plot is based on guilt and anger. Regardless of the title, all the creatures and bosses in this universe have a deeper meaning, and some of them are even gods. That's why this series is done so well, why many of the characters are so well known even among those who haven't even played the games yet. The first game of this Konami series was released for the original PlayStation in 1999, but it irrevocably changed the world of horror video games, because the protagonist was not an excellent fighter. He was just a normal guy, and every creature was more frightening than usual. Even the bravest people would be afraid of some things they would encounter. With this in mind, we have compiled a list of the most terrible Silent Hill monsters. Before we go into today's explanation, although we have a very small request, if you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Now let's start. Pyramid Head. The first creature on our list of 30 is the iconic Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head is without a doubt the most famous Silent Hill creature that wins by a landslide. He was so popular that he is still in the games, although his presence made sense only in the context of Silent Hill 2. Pyramid Head is a humanoid creature that originally appeared in Silent Hill 2. As its name suggests, the head has the shape of a pyramid and it has a muscular body. Its red helmet and butcher's robes are reminiscent of the ancient executioners of the city who worshipped Valtiel, the angel of rebirth. He exists to keep James Sunderland human and to help him regret his past actions. He is a manifestation of James Sunderland's guilt and his need for punishment. The big knife and the big spear, tools of James' inner suffering, are his hallmarks. Pyramidenkopf has now appeared in several more games in the series, as well as in both film versions. His terrifying nature is amplified by his lack of facial massive weapons, and maybe in order to violently attack the other creatures in the city. There is a reason why he is such a horror icon, and you can even catch him in the Dead by Daylight games. Asphyxiation. If you have ever seen the human centipede, you will recognize the idea for this terrible boss. It is a mashup of bodies that has resulted in a terrible creature. The asphyxia also has a set of hands that are used to hide their nudity. The asphyxia is one of the most terrible antagonists of the series due to its multi-armed torso and whip-like tail. The fact that it comes from a person who creature, it's more than just nightmare fuel. Although it houses one of the toughest bosses of Silent Hill Homecoming, with which she mainly attacks by wiping her tail and can perform quite deadly choking attacks with all her limbs, but mostly she uses her four main arms, which she swings, and in threes she can also turn around and press down Alex with her long tail or storm him right in the face, as well as open her mouth and let out a terrible scream that can. What is reflected in Asphyxia's name and appearance? Judge Holloway. Her mother strangled her to sacrifice her in order to deliver her to the Order God and to save Shepherd Glenn from her revenge. The many hands choking and groping Asphyxia's body represents the way in which he was murdered. The God is the final boss in Silent Hill 3 and is located at the end of the chapel. It is the result of a partially successful ritual to revive the religious deity of the city. The God appears as a mass of a semi-skeletal creature which resembles Heather's previous incarnation and Claudia's childhood friend Alyssa Gillespie, whose face resembles a broken porcelain mask. This is most likely due to the fact that the manifestation of the god, as established in the first Silent Hill, takes on the appearance of the host or the god. Perception of the ritual performer. Her black unkempt hair resembles Alyssa's. God is twisted and misshapen with fleshless legs that end at the knees due to God's abnormal and rapid birth, as well as to achieve hatred and anger in Heather's reproductive system. Masahiro Ito had to answer the question of how God experienced that. It was sculpted from other parts of her body, similar to the breast sprinkler. Alien Ito has also noticed that designing God was the most difficult model for him to create the face of the god. An embezzled estate of Mary, boss of Silent Hill 2, and her arms are from Valtiel and Pyramid Head. He was forced to finish the monster in just 2 days due to the development deadlines being met. Twin Sacrifice. Silent Hill The Room features some really scary opponents and a plot that is just as twisted as the rest of the series, but is not usually mentioned as one of the best Silent Hill games. The twin victims are a perfect example of this, as their newborn twin heads and large adult hands together form a terrible unity. The twin victims are the 7th and 8th victims of the Walter Sullivan twins, Billy and Miriam Loken, who were originally mentioned in Silent Hill 2. They are the only 2 victims of Walters who have resurrected as monsters rather than ghosts. They are also unusual in the sense that, Like the witch and declare dead, they will not attack you unless you get too close to them when you are ready to be knocked down by their long-reaching arms. The creature seems to be a large pair of sleeping conjoined twin children, dressed in a ragged dirty smock and a scarf with a feather-like texture. They have pale skin and large, adult-like limbs, on which they stand as if they were a pair of legs. Her arms pop out from under her smock. They are actually quite terrifying. If I'm honest, the twin victim is one of the few monsters that can communicate in their monstrous forms. The rabbit. This is a creature that doesn't seem scary at first glance. After all, it's just a plush bunny that seems cozy and adorable. Robbie, on the other hand, is without a doubt the character that makes players the most nervous. Robbie is the mascot of the amusement park by the lake, and his appearance in the game is quite remarkable. He is the subject of many products, many of which are in the form of a doll. Robbie's role could be interpreted as an inside joke of following many horror movies that depicted bloody rabbits as fearsome killers or as part of the city itself. It is possible that he is there only as a story element to connect each game in a modest but memorable way. Robbie is the only brilliant and colorful object in the world that he regularly discovers has collapsed in numerous places in Silent Hill 3. Is there a body inside? Is there someone inside who has an eye on you? We don't know that. Robbie has appeared in a number of Silent Hill games since then and continues to crawl the hell out of the players because there's just something about a big blood-stained humanoid rabbit with lifeless eyes that sends shivers down your spine. You have to be a needle player, because the head is designed to resemble a newborn. The symbolism of the creature is both high and ugly. It is a monster that is incredibly common in Silent Hill Homecoming and can easily knock out a player if he is not careful. Alex Shepard first encounters them in the elevator of the Grand Hotel, where 5 of them attack him in quick succession, breaking through the elevator walls and trying to penetrate him in their restricted environment. And needles can be found in almost every region of the game, whether they are climbing on the floor of pipes and holes in the walls or climbing. They travel fast and are easily recognizable by the clink of their steel legs in battle. The beasts produce an unusual chirping consisting of repetitive fast and high vocals that kill them with numerous bullets, unlike many monsters in the previous games, and they tend to run around in packs, as well as many other things in the later games. They are also quite intelligent when they seek refuge injured and show the ability to repel frontal attacks. My advice would be to keep your eyes open if any of this sneaks up on you, because they are absolutely everywhere and will catch you if you are not vigilant enough. Lying character. The lying character is at the top of the list of the scariest creatures in the game, full of terrible beasts. They are individuals who seem to be locked in a fleshy straitjacket. If that were not enough, they squirm and move so that their hands tremble. They must not be influenced by their fear, since they are extremely deadly opponents at close range. Their harmful fumes can be tedious, but they move more slowly, and that closes our list of the scariest Silent Hill monsters. Are you a fan of these games? Which monsters did you find the scariest? Let us know in the comments below. If you liked today's video, don't forget to send a like and subscribe to our channel if you don't have wonderful videos yet. I'm Rylan, have a good one, be safe and thanks for watching.